Nolan, where are you? I just wanna talk. Nolan! All right, so I got a video, guys. I got a video. So it's a short video. It's 7 minutes, and I wanted to check it out though because it's about
Nolan!
channel is called Mo Kera and says the internet has zero faith in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Gee, I wonder why. He says here is why, so let's see if he can explain. It's a very small channel, by the way, 441 subscribers. So I want to be honest with you. I hope that he's based. I hope there is not someone who's gonna tell us you're all a bunch of bigots because you don't like the casting. I hope not, because if this is based, if this is logical, it doesn't even have to be political, but if this is logical and he makes sense and he's good faith, this is his chance, because I'm gonna push as many people as possible to his channel, and because we need people to speak up, people who are decent, you know what I mean? Not that I'm a big shot guy, but maybe some people will appreciate, and I can send people your way, I hope. And without further ado, let's see what he has to say.
I mean, we have fucking Travis Scott in this movie. What the fuck is Travis Scott doing in this movie, bro?
All right, we're starting strong. Travis Scott being the rapper. We're starting strong. That's a good start. Please don't disappoint, Mo. I appreciate the start. Let's go. Oh, that was good. Travis Scott. We got some smooth music. Love it. All right.
Christopher Nolan's film The Odyssey is one of the first Nolan films that I've seen in a long time that's starting to have some genuine doubt from the audience, and it's really concerning because
Yeah, it's happening, isn't it?
Christopher Nolan has reached a level as a director where anyone will watch basically anything he comes up with, regardless of the genre.
Yeah, isn't it a shame that he had to ruin it all, including his own legacy, and for what?
How much the audiences trust him, whether it's sci-fi, drama, thriller, it doesn't matter. He's reached that level where you'll go watch a movie by him because it's Christopher Nolan. Prime example is I went to go.
That was before the whole Odyssey situation, am I right, boys? It was before. Sorry to interrupt him so much. I shouldn't. Just let the man speak. Goodness gracious.
Christopher Nolan. Prime example is I went to go watch Oppenheimer and I didn't give a about atomic bombs or the guy who created it.
Yeah.
But I watched that movie and saw why his work is so respected, regardless of his previous successes like The Dark Knight and Interstellar, etc.
Which for me makes it really shameful. But that's the thing, it makes it shameful for me when someone has talent and then they do this, they bend the knee. It's
Christopher Nolan has built a resume where everyone already assumes that this film is going to be absolutely quality, and that's something that's quite rare to find, right? Another director that I feel like resembles this type of directing style is Matt Reeves. There are a couple of others, but the most notable that we know of in our generation is Christopher Nolan. So when he finally comes out with a film that's more mythical and we're starting to see a lot of doubts, you ask yourself, what is causing this concern?
I love that when he said doubts, he's showing the freaking 15th century Mecca. That was a good choice. Good editing choice.
And I honestly think it just comes down to how the Odyssey has been presented. Now, obviously, still, The Odyssey is one of the most anticipated films of 2026. It has
not sure about that.
A crazy lineup of actors. We got Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, John Bernthal, and several other notable actors in the industry. And
I'm waiting for him to speak about the cast. That's a true test of character these days, am I right?
And in my opinion, I have some mixed feelings about that.
Tell me about it.
Reason being is because on one hand, bringing this much talent to a film and allowing these actors to fully play out their roles and bring the characters to life in their own unique way could elevate it. But on the other hand, sometimes too much star power can actually work against the film. Because when you have too many big actors in a film, it can start feeling less cohesive and feel more like, look at all these stars in this film.
Yeah, it makes sense, it's fair, but there is a very easy solution to that. Greek actors. Less known Greek actors cast, problem solved. So it is a fair point, but the solution would have been elegant, beautiful, respectful. Yeah.
Right? Making it a little bit more distracting and taking away from the actual message of
Fair.
the film. And that's a big concern that I have with this. I mean, we have fucking Travis Scott in this movie. What the fuck is Travis Scott doing in this movie, bro? Like I don't know if Christopher Nolan's just trying to try something edgy. It's like, what the fuck is he doing in here?
Yeah.
Right? Just for the fact of all these stars and all these celebrities being in this film kind of gives you a concerning feeling about how is this movie going to play out. Now,
I have a concerning feeling, all right. I have a concerning feeling, all right. I'm obsessed. I need professional help.
Now, the other issue that a lot of people were having, but was actually debunked, was the fact that they thought Achilles was going to be played by Elliot Page.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. They leaked that one on purpose. I said this since day one. There's no way.
Right, and as you guys know, Christopher Nolan and Elliot Page have this relationship, and I don't know how that developed or why he loves her in his movies, right? But she's not playing Achilles, right?
I'm noticing something, guys. Did you notice it? I'm noticing something.
She's playing a whole different character that, from what I've heard, is going to be in the film for maybe 10 minutes. That's what I heard, okay?
It's basically a box. It's a tick box.
Dies off pretty quickly. So that's cut off and rumored. However, I do understand the outrage that people have with these gender swaps. I've mentioned this in my previous video several times about these gender swaps and how films should just stay consistent to the actual genders of the characters, right?
Based.
Instead of switching them. And
the race.
I could already see why this causes an outrage. Gender, race swaps, right? So another issue is the fact that Lupita Nyong'o is playing a European, woman that's, a mythological character who's supposed to be a European woman, and they're saying that that's not congruent to that. And I can absolutely understand that point of view. It's just like, at the end of the day, we don't want Ryan Gosling playing the Black Panther, right?
Based. Subscribe. Go subscribe. Refreshing.
It's just an ongoing issue in Hollywood with these gender and race swaps, and it's slowly ruining the industry, because we're not putting a hard line on these castings and just staying congruent to the actual characters from the material that we're deriving these films from. And then we get to the actual trailer of The Odyssey. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this, I'm not gonna say it was ass, but it was underwhelming. It felt dull. And obviously you can't really speak on how a movie's gonna actually be by a 2-minute trailer. However, Oppenheimer's trailer,
I beg to differ,
was way more hype than this shit, right?
And shit. That's it. You did it though. You did it, Mo. You did it. You called it shit based on the trailer. So we were saying, yes, I agree. That is congruent with the original material. In fact, descriptive, excellent.
That shit had no fantastical elements and no giant cast like this, right? But still had more aura than the Odyssey did, right? True. Now, to be fair, Christopher Nolan is known to make films that become more impressive and more respected over time.
He's gonna have to change the entire cast if he wants respect over time. What are you gonna say? Hey, Metatron, greetings from Milan. Thank you. Good to have you here. Appreciate that. I live for your comments about the awful movie. Brother, I'm never gonna stop. Like, people are gonna try to institutionalize me. Like, I mean it. Like, there is already people complaining. I love it. They are showing, like, on Reddit these screenshots, and they say, look, he's gone crazy. And they show, like, that in the last 14 uploads, 10 are about Nolan. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. And it's going to get worse, not better. It's going to get worse. I'm going to go everywhere. You won't be able to get, I'm going to start, like, even when I post, next time I make a video about gladiatorial combat, about whatever it is, the Celtic tradition, I'll still find a way to say on that video too, and I will never stop. I might contact Viking Jewelry, and we'll see if we can make a Nolan dedicated video, like an Odyssey, like we'll see, not video, merch. We'll see. I'll have to lawyer up for that one, but yeah. What, the rapper playing Memnon? No, get up. If you were gonna put Memnon on the movie, then you would, the historical character, black historical warrior, then find someone who is black and looks the part. Because looking the part is important as well. I couldn't play freaking Mike Tyson, not only because of the race swap, I know I'm saying the obvious, but also because, you know, I'm lacking the 57 kilograms of muscle. So there is that. So if you're playing Memnon, I'd like to find someone who looks like a warrior. You know what I mean? So there is that.
Right. Inception, Interstellar, like all these
Inception
films
was
seem
fun.
to get better over time because he's extremely good at conveying subtle messages into the film and trying to derive deeper meanings from the film than just, you know, make a blockbuster, right?
Yeah, I think he should have stuck to the subtle messages, because Helen of Congo is anything but a subtle message, and so there is that.
You know, that could very well be the case for the Odyssey. You know, we all know that he loves using practical effects, and he literally sends these production companies going bankrupt because he wants to use the most realistic
IMAX.
effects possible
IMAX,
for his
yeah.
films. And you know, that's what separates him, and they give him the money, right? They give it to him anyway because
You know who else gave him money? The Greek government, taxpayer money, $6 million for him to disrespect the history of Greece. Didn't even shoot that much in Greece anyways. He went to freaking Sicily, my island, where he placed the robots as the giants. So that's another one for you right there.
you know, it's a working formula for him, and you can see the quality that is congruent when he uses his practical effects. In my opinion, using practical effects for a mythology film and a fantasy film, something that I haven't seen before.
Just so we're clear, I know you're probably not into history. It's half myth, half history. The Odyssey is both. Just the war did happen. We have the ruins of the original Troy, and yeah, some of the events actually did happen. But just
And I'm hoping he doesn't dilute the fantastical elements in the mythology of this, because that's what draws us to these stories, right?
Fair,
You know, the magical elements,
totally,
and the creatures and all that, right? So
yeah, I would say that the steel-wearing giants diluted. All right, what do you guys think? The mecha, does that dilute it? I would say that's a yeah.
hopefully he doesn't dilute this to the point where it's just like we barely get to see any fantastical elements to this.
I get that point.
And
yeah,
he sticks strictly to his scheme and doesn't try to adapt, you know, the things from the actual story of Odysseus. Those are really the main three things that
I think you should have stuck to the original scheme and stick to the original skin. And this, I would, of course, say for anything, as he said, pointed out correctly. So I'm going to say it the other way around. As a European, I don't want to see historical or mythological Europeans being race swapped into black people or Asians or whatever the heck. But at the same time, I don't want historical Africans or historical black or Asian or whatever the heck to be swapped with European actors. It shouldn't happen. It's disrespectful. I don't want to disrespect African history, and I don't want people to disrespect my history also, because think about this for a second. All the people that based guy, by the way, really good video, really appreciated you. Thank you so much for being honest about this. And by the way, we're going to check out your channel as well, among other things, but I do want to finish this point before we check out his channel a little more, and then we play. But I do want to say this: it's it really is a matter of respect, but the reality is that all the people that have called us racists, they tell us, oh, you do it because you're racist, then why on earth is my actual obsession with Nolan? Think about it. Nolan is a white guy. He's the one that I've been calling him the devil. I've been calling him a traitor. I've been calling him the messenger of Satan. I used all of it. What did I really say about Lupita? I said initially, yeah, I made the joke Helen of Congo. It's a joke. But once again, I know she's not from Congo. So the joke is to Nolan, who the heck did you cast, Nolan? Is the joke. And the only time that I actually did make one video to attack Lupita was because she made an interview and said, it's just a myth, relax, racists. Then yes, then I attacked her arguments. But that was it. I dedicated one video to attack Lupita Nyong'o. But Nolan, if anything, if you're going to call me racist, you should call me racist towards Nolanism, because Nolan at this point is a different race. He's it's not even white, because he betrayed us all anyways. So Nolan to me is its own race, and I am Nolanist. I'm absolutely a Nolanist when it comes to these. All right, so let me finish up with the channel review. And what time is it? 5. No, we're fine still. So Mo Kera we just watched. He does heroes, cinema, and culture. A breakdown movie, anime, celebrities, and pop culture to uncover the deeper themes beneath them: human behavior, relationship, ambition, identity, loyalty, purpose, and okay, cool. Very, very cool. And then he's been doing this for a while, because at least 1 year. He's got a lot of videos. So at least 1 year. And if you're into this kind of stuff, you should totally go subscribe, guys, because it seems like the algorithm hasn't been kind to him. So I think this is a good opportunity. So definitely this will be edited and posted as its own video, and hopefully people will go and check out this brother's channel, because I did appreciate the integrity. I did appreciate, because it's very easy for people to just say, oh, people are just mad because they don't want to see black people on screen and play the victim card. And so it's very refreshing when you see someone who's being intellectually honest and just tells you he understands our point of view as Europeans, that we don't want to be race swapped and disrespected. And he also says we wouldn't like to see that with casting like a white actor to play a historical black role. Yeah. Not many people have the courage to say it these days, because they choose the easy way, where they get the victim points. He didn't. I appreciate that. Good channel. If you appreciate my content so far and wish to help ensure my ability to continue to tell it how it is, regardless of any possible backlash, please support this channel on Patreon. Any support helps me and my team of academics keep the channel strong and gives us the means to fight back against the political rewriting of history.